5 things you need to know about World War I, the key players, causes, and effects, which we are still living with 100 years later. It was dubbed the Great War, but for most Americans today, World War I might be better called the Forgotten War. It didn't have the tragedy of brothers fighting brother during the Civil War, the glory of the D-Day invasion of World War II, or the eternal strife of Vietnam to burn it into the nation's memory. And yet, the First World War, in which 10 million people died, was actually a crucial war for the United States. World War I marked America's entry onto the world stage and the beginning of its status as a superpower. How the World War ended landed the foundations for the rise of communism and fascism. Communism is a system of where the government owns all the economic and controls factories and disperses the wealth between. And fascism, that's like Hitler being a dictator, paving the way for the World War II and the Cold War that followed. Its effect in the Middle East still makes headlines today, from the bloody civil war in Syria to ethnic clashes in Iraq and the ongoing territorial conflict between Israelis and Palestinians. The last surviving veteran of World War I, an American from West Virginia, passed away in 2011. But on the 100th anniversary of the war's outbreak, the world is taking a look back at its legacy and why it mattered so much. Section 1. How the assassination of one man led to a world war. This is going to be a test question too. On January 28, 1914, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, Archduke is like another word for prince, chauffeur took a wrong turn in Sarajevo, and a 19-year-old Serb terrorist named Gabriel Princip shot and killed the heir to the throne of the Austro-Hungarian Empire and his wife. Princip believed the empire controlled territories that should belong to Serbia, but his 2 shots soon triggered a world war lasting 4 years. Other assassinations hadn't led to war, so why did this one? Also, sad news, the prince's wife was also pregnant and he had killed the baby as well. Because of Europe's tangled system of alliances. Oh, another test question. Okay, so the assassination and the alliances. The conflict was almost waiting to happen. Various countries were bound by treaties to protect one another, and the assassination was like a spark that set in a chain reaction. When the dust had settled, the so-called Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire, were at war with the Allied powers, including Russia, Great Britain, and France. At first, Europeans welcomed the war. Young men rushed to volunteer, worried that the fighting would end before they had their chance for glory and adventure. During what would become known as August Madness in 1914, cheering crowds in London, Berlin, Paris, Vienna, St. Petersburg, and other cities celebrated with the outbreak of the war. The British poet Rupert Brooke wrote, "Now God be thanked who has matched us with this hour." He later died in the war. Among the crowds in Munich, Germany, was a young Adolf Hitler, at loose ends as a failed artist. He later wrote that he experienced the outbreak of the war as salvation from the vexing feelings of youth. Overcome by turbulent enthusiasm, I fell to my knees and thanked heaven with an overflowing heart that I had the fortune to live in this time. Section 2. Why the United States entered the war in 1917. President Woodrow Wilson at first promised to keep the United States out of this European quagmire and announced that the nation was too proud to fight. Many Americans were glad to be far from the slaughter. During his 1916 campaign for re-election, Wilson's slogan was, "He kept us out of the war." Yet the U.S. became increasingly involved in the Allied war effort, sending arms and loaning money, arms like weapons, and loaning money to Britain and France. Germany's policy of attacking civilian ships also made it harder for the U.S. to remain on the sidelines. On May 7, 1915, a German U-boat torpedoed the Lusitania, a British passenger liner headed from New York to Liverpool, killing 128 Americans. The final straw was a Zimmerman telegram, a message from Germany asking Mexico to join the war on its side in exchange for U.S. territory. The U.S. entered the war on the Allied side on April 6, 1917, with President Wilson declaring that the America aims was to make the world safe for democracy and to assure the self-determination of nations. Nearly 2 million American troops were shipped to Europe, which proved decisive for the Allies. Okay, so things to remember for your test. The assassination led to the World War because of alliances. Okay, and then the United States entered the war because of the sinking of the Lusitania and the Zimmermann telegram.